Alright, so in the last video I talked about the idea of the alien idea, and how because it's so experienced by us through popular culture, that when people see something unusual in the sky, the first thing they're going to actually perceive it as an alien. Whether they believe in aliens or not, that's going to be the initial perception. Alright, and this effect, I think, rubs off into other parts of society, or the world. So when we look at like the ancient aliens thing, okay, so we've got mega structures that were built many thousands of years ago, and the records of how they were built, whatever, are long gone, or at least we don't know exactly how they were made. We don't know logistically how they were made. Some of the engineering or how precisely they're made is even today quite impressive, and it doesn't fit into our idea of what we understand how they lived, so it's like a mystery. Like, how did they build the pyramids so big, so precisely, with so much mathematical knowledge and astronomical knowledge and shit built into it, and yet because people don't have any idea, they'll just go, okay, well, maybe it was the aliens. I'm not saying it wasn't aliens, I'm just saying that's not the least likely explanation. And I think the most likely explanation is the same way someone would build pyramids today. Okay, and the way they do that is we would use mining equipment, they'd use trucks, they'd use roads, they'd use all this kind of shit. Yeah, so the most likely explanation, I think, is that whenever these things were built, they had infrastructure, they had roads, they had trucks, they had the kind of tools we have today. They'll have had energy source, they'll have had all this kind of stuff. So the thing is, a lot of that stuff I think would have just disappeared by now. The actual civilization that had all that technology fucked up or had a disaster or whatever and just lost it all. And if we had something pretty major happen today, just a fall of civilization, people might end up losing the knowledge that we'll have for all the equipment and technology we have today. And the reason that we don't see these roads and these trucks and all the other tools and technology that they had is because civilization failed and basically it all rotted away, which is what would happen to us, I believe. It wouldn't take too long for nature to reclaim everything, and also just for people to come and tear things down themselves while they're building a wall for their farm or whatever, So yeah, I think the most likely explanation for, say, the pyramids, etc., is they used trucks and roads, mining equipment, and all the sort of shit we've got today.